How's it going, folks? Welcome back. I thought I would try with absolutely no knowledge at all and do those little lines in the whole people call them bench, I think, thing. So that's what I've basically done. What I did was I jumped in the dozer and I took us above the seam. You just park this and get out. It's all going a bit wrong now. So we obviously have this seam of lithium kind of in here, and it goes up the hill as you'd expect. So what I did is I took the dozer and I went up here. So this should be the very top of the seam. The seam ends somewhere like where this little lip is. Well, I got the dozer and I chugged through just to kind of scrape it down, because my understanding is, right, you get an excavator, you reach down there and you dig the slope until you kind of level. So you basically, this one, I'm running this nice and flat, or flat, as flat as it can be, and then this one reaches down to this one. So I might, ooh, there's a tree, depending on if I can get an excavator with a good enough reach, I might be okay. I might need, yeah, you know what, we'll be okay. So once I've run this one in, and we'll widen this out a little bit, we'll have two sort of benches that we'll be able to stick an excavator on, in theory, and dig. Now, I don't need to go any higher this way, because like I say, that lithium ends here. But my understanding is, and I'm probably going to be very wrong with this, if I've got an excavator in here, we're digging out all of this, like, middle bit here, so that it is level with this one. And then we'll do the same. So we'll bring the excavator down here, and we'll dig all of this stuff out until it's level with whatever's next. And it's just to try something. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing in the slightest, but from what I'm witnessing of other people's stuff, this is like the proper way to mine, or at least the bench system's the proper way to mine. How you do that bench, I don't honestly know. I'm just literally winging it. But I thought I'd give it a go and see where we get to. Reason why I'm doing that is because, as you may know, the dozers are pretty useful at the minute, so they're able to kind of just absolutely emulsify anything that gets in their way. Whether or not they're supposed to, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there was a hot fix, but I don't remember if it touched the dozers or not. It's been a while, I'm not going to lie. So we do have that ability just to plough right on in. If I bring this up, we'll be able to see we're sitting on a nice 300,000 as well. So I don't really know what the excavators are at or what we're going to need, but I did notice just here somewhere, see that little bit of rock there in the corner of the wall? That's another resource that I didn't necessarily know was here, in all fairness. One thing that does slightly concern me, I am going over the top of what should be the lithium. My concern is I'm not scraping it. I'd be expecting to sort of either catch it in the dozer or be scraping it up, so at least I'd see something forming on them. Hey, there we go, maybe. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, my concern was it doesn't seem to be showing through very well. It's like the dozer's converting everything to dirt, which is not good. Not good at all. If I'm going to be trundling through and then finding out that all my hard work's just turned everything to dirt, yeah, not very happy at all. Now, these aren't massively deep, because I've got to think about the reach of an excavator rather than the depth. So what I'm saying is, if I've got an excavator parked up here, it needs to be able to reach down here in the first place, let alone, you know, I could take this particular flat bit down a few more and then that not be able to reach all the way, then kind of hocus pocus myself. I don't know. I'm just trying stuff. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm trying to work it all out. I'm really kind of clutching at straws at the minute. Hopefully somebody's going to have an idea about what we're doing, be able to point us in the right direction at the very least. And I suppose it'd help if I actually managed to get this to be somewhat level, which is doable. It is doable. There we go. So then just got to get an excavator. Which could be interesting. Excavators. Get the biggest one that money can buy right now. Which I think would be one of these, wouldn't it? That's a 2 meters cube bucket capacity. That's a 2 meters cube bucket capacity. Cool. And then the rest we're nowhere near, right? Right. But what about if we're in attachments? What are XMBs? 1.5. Really? I thought they'd be huge. Wow. Well, there you go then. So, we need a little bit more dollary-do for now. Before we really worry about that too much. So what I'll do... hop into the front end loader and we'll just kind of carry on doing what we were doing. Which luckily for us is like all of this here. So this should still all be lithium. Which is going to be very handy for us. Not really too keen on what's going on with the front end loaders. Probably why I've not really touched this game for a while. Since the last dirt update with the new dirt locker stuff. I don't know. Now, one of the issues that we do have, by the way, thinking about it, which was a little bit of a short-sightedness, is it's all well and good getting an excavator, but I am going to need to get a truck as well, so I need to actually get quite a bit more cash than what I thought. So, I'll keep hitting this, and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. So here's the thing, right? Because it's going to cost me another 500,000 on top of the 300-something thousand for the excavator, my mind is thinking, if I basically put the excavator here somewhere, dig from the top down, I can chuck it all down here and use the front end loader to scoop it up and put it into the system. That kind of sounds sensible. Whether or not it is, I don't know. I'm going to grab my excavator. So what we're going to go for is the... where is it? It was the 5 something. This one, 530. Seems to have the longest reach from what I can understand. I don't know if it's true or not. It doesn't really tell me reach, but yeah, we'll go for this. And then we'll try... ooh, spawn it in. Job's a good one. Anyway, that should potentially be enough. So what we're looking to do is scoop from there. Dump down there. Yeah, it'll work. I just maybe need to just rough this up a bit. So if we do that now... it's not going to work very well. I need to probably keep going with the front end loader. Just to dig it out a little bit. And there's a tree in the way. Great. So, back we go. So what we're saying is, we're going to bring down from here. Swizzle pop. Oh, it drops out. I didn't pause. I should have paused. And then we're just going to throw this all down here. And I know that this is all dirt right now. It shouldn't be. There should be some ore under here, but it is what it is. We'll find it eventually. Oop, dirt lock sticks us in a little bit. Spins us around, away we go. This is going to be a long process. I can just feel it right now. But this is what we're feeling. And it's not a lot. It's really not a lot. Maybe this isn't the way to do it. It's kind of working. It's just going to be a long process, that's all. Other than that, it feels like it's going in the right direction. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, realistically, I guess I could park the excavator down there and pull the wall down. That might even be better still. Oh, looks like we're going to head that way anyway. I don't know, man. As much as I love excavators, I think there's a long way to go for this. Whoa, that wasn't forwards. Okay, so that has successfully achieved absolutely nothing. But we do have an excavator now. Just not entirely sure how to make the most out of this. Like, I feel the front end loader is realistically the only way. So should I have actually benched kind of thing with the front end loader rather than using a bulldozer? That feels like it makes a little bit more sense, because at least then I guess I can dig into the side of the ground, whatever, get me a bucket full and then carry on. Who knows? I won't lie. Slowly losing the vibe for this. I cannot lie. So I'm really sorry guys, but the reason why there's not really been much out of ore content or anything really is just I'm just not enjoying the game. And a game for me, you know, it's important to enjoy it while you play it. I don't want to just play games just for the sake of making videos, because that kind of doubly kills the enjoyment, if you like. And out of ore recently, it's the little things that seem to make a big difference for me in terms of gameplay mechanics. Like the little dirt lock now, where it feels that dirt is a little bit, I don't know how to explain it. It's not where it was, and I don't know how to explain it. There's just something that just feels a little bit off, and it's off in a way that makes the game feel even more grindy. I understand that we've got the bigger machinery, but the bigger machinery is quite a way off, which is fair. You've got to, you know, have a progression or something there. And I know that the game's still in early access, and it's a case of tweaking those things, but even with fast XP gain on, it just feels, I want to say grindy, but it is that kind of game, so it's unfair to say that it's grindy when that is what it is. But I think as a solo, it starts to lose its joy for me. There's been more times that I've picked this game up to try and just play the game, and it's just gone, no. I don't know whether it's just a mind thing, whether there's some weird placebo effect going on or what, but yeah, at the minute, I'm going to have to park the out of ore content, I'm afraid. It's just not scratching the itch anymore. I really don't know. I'm not going to give this game up for life, because I know that it's constantly being worked on, and I know that the devs are working hard. It's just, at its current moment in time, it's just not for me. And I think that's fair, because everybody's going to be different. There are people out there who are going to still be loving this game, who are going to turn up every day and put huge hours into it. And I've got no problems with that. But for me, a game should be something that you do and something that you enjoy. And like I say, at the moment, I'm just not got that enjoyment in this game anymore. I imagine it'll come back, don't get me wrong. And I'm really sorry about that, because I know that there's been a couple of sort of long-time viewers of all the different series, and I appreciate it, but I'm just going to be honest with you. Out of Ore is going to be parked for a while. So unfortunately for me, and out of ore content for now anyway, it's going to be a goodbye. Kind of sad, but I need to enjoy my stuff that I'm playing, and at the minute, honestly, I'm just not. Maybe I stream it, maybe it feels different in a stream, I don't know, but sitting here on my Todd, just digging a hole after digging a hole after digging a hole, I don't know. I hope you guys understand. I don't want to throw any more shade onto the game. Like, it's a game out there, and I have enjoyed it. And I know that there is a community for it that do enjoy it, and I've got no issues with that whatsoever. I think everybody is individual, and for me at the minute, it's just not scratching that itch anymore. So I think it's better that I park it rather than grind it into the ground for me so that I can come back to it and have no regrets, if you like, rather than trying to grind it into the ground and end up resenting it for what it is. I just thought I'd be honest, let you guys know. So I will see you again another time, I guess. Thank you very much for your support. You take it easy. And yeah, bye for now, everybody. Bye, guys.